Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jewel. I'm going to do a couple of flip throughs today of these two journals. They're similar, but they've been bound different. I've got a hard cover with a hollow back spine on this one and a soft cover on this one. And let's start with the soft cover. Hold on guys, I gotta let my dog out. Sorry about that. Oh, he's letting himself out. There he goes. Bye, Ricky. Okay, this one is the soft cover. I've got lace on the spine and this beautiful image on the front, and I made a frame here, and this is done on the machine, and we've got some ribbon, fabric ribbon here, and a little flower embellishment with a flat back pearl on the cover. You can see I do have some cloth coming out of the top of it, and left all the strings and whatnot, so you can trim those off. And I've got this beautiful crocheted lace enclosure here on the front. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4 signatures, and the spine is 1 3/4 inches wide. Okay, so let's go in. In both of these books, I added these little booklets, and I did a tutorial. There's one in each, and there's one in each of the journals. And I did do a tutorial on this, so this is a quick project, and it's just for more writing room, and you can take it out of the journal and pop it in your purse. So there's one of these in each, and there's, as you can see, a lot more writing room in these little notebooks that I've added in each. So that I just popped in the front. The inside front cover, I've got two beautiful tags here, and in this I used the Primrose collection of the die cuts with a view. The Primrose Stack is the name of the paper line, and I just picked it up last week, so I think it's fairly new. I picked it up at AC Moore. We just have some embellishment here in this pocket. It's a nice large pocket, and two tags, large tags. There's a lot of writing room in both of these. They're really mostly writing journals. I did not do a lot of embellishments, though I did do the crocheted lace trim on or the edge of the pages throughout this book, and this one actually has a little bit different trim on the edge. So there's a variety of different lace. Okay, just a little bit of stamping and stenciling throughout, not a lot of vintage old book pages in this. Ledger page, just a little collage here at the top. Coffee dyed or tea dyed papers, printed vellum. I've got this neat pocket I made out of two large envelopes. And in the pocket, actually I'm going to sit down here, guys. In the pocket I have one of my Made with Love Julie tags that I pop in all my journals. A little journaling card there, or ephemera basically, that you can write on. And here, and this is all either out of the paper pack or from different kits and stuff. A lot of this actually came out of that paper pad. So we have this here, and this piece of ephemera, which is actually, it's cardstock, and it's a journaling, whoops, I'm gonna pop that back in here. So these are pockets. So in here I've got a tablet writing paper that I made, and that's just popped in here. And you can move, you know, you can move your items throughout your book once you purchase it. And these will be in my Etsy shop, probably Monday. Today is Saturday. I'll probably put them in on Monday. It's a postcard, vintage style postcard in there, and I made 2 pockets here in the middle. I haven't really done anything with the strings in the middle, and this is waxed linen thread in the middle of the signatures. So you can trim those off, put them in a bow, or add beads to them, whatever you want to do. So I've got some washi down here. Let me make sure I'm in frame. Old book page, little stenciling, old book page, some music paper, a little bit of stenciling, coffee dyed paper there. On here I have an envelope that can flip down, or you can remove it. I've simply attached it with washi tape, and you can remove this or leave it on and there's nothing in here, it's empty. And I just did a little embellishment here, and this says date up here. I've got a pocket here with a nice big journaling tag here that coordinates, and I've sewn around all the pockets and around a lot of the edges of the papers as well. This is an acetate, clear acetate pocket here that I've sewn on, and here's a little booklet right here, and that's just tucked in there. I've got another pocket here. There are a lot of pockets in here, I have to say that much. And I've got 2 more tags in here. And that's got 2 metal grommets on it with some seam binding, hand-dyed seam binding there. Oops, had some. A little bit of embellishment up there. I thought this would be a good place to put a title of your page, you know, when you journal. Some writing paper, old book page, some vintage looking scroll on some vellum that I dyed there. This is an envelope for a center pocket, and in each I've added you know, two tags. And this has a little pearl brad here, a little bit of embellishment here. It's basically a writing journal, you know, with the large tags and everything through it. We've got a little pocket here with some paper here for writing that's been dyed. Tag, large tag there, and one there. Okay, so here we have another vellum, or not vellum, acetate pocket with this postcard. Isn't that pretty? It's got some glitter type embellishment on it. So that's in there. Oh, look what I forgot. I got 2 pockets here, and what I do with these pockets, you can see I sew through the middle, so you have a pocket here and you have a pocket here. So you can tuck here, whoops, tuck in here, and you can tuck in there. So actually, I'll just put these in here because I have these 2 tags. I might do a little tab on those. I'll make it easier for pulling out. And then we got a pocket here in the front, and then another pocket here, and I will find. Here, I've got something to pop in there. I just need to come back. Well, I did ink it already. So I've got a die cut tag right there. Paper, this is pretty paper. Some graph paper. This is kind of vintagey graph paper. Got this pretty coffee dyed vintage paper here. Some embellishment up there. This folds out. Vellum. Trying to hurry through this so I can get to that other book. There's a postcard here. Everything's been inked. Got a little pocket here and a tag here. See, it's all been distressed, inked. Another one of those double pockets at the end of the page. And I've done these in the last couple journals. I've kind of been digging digging making the little double pockets with that pretty decorative sewing down the middle. So that's been something new in my journals lately. And we've got this pretty piece or tag here with this bird, and this has a little glitter on it. And this is another acetate pocket, so there's 3 in this book of the acetate pockets. And I've got a little notch here in the acetate, and I don't know if you can see that. It may not pick it up, or it might just be kind of a glare. Okay, this right here is another pocket with some fabric and some trim, and 2 tags here. That's a die cut tag. Then I made a frame here for your photos, but I just put this pretty image that's on the cover in here. And this, when I print these out, I do a sealer on the top of the images so they stay nice. And this has been sewn around this pocket. I think I did a little share on that with my last video on how to make those. Got a little embellishment here with a ball pin and a crystal down here, crystal charm. Just some ledger paper. We've got paper for writing, old book page. Oops, okay. And pretty vellum, printed vellum with this pretty scroll. It's like a teal color. It lent well to the paper collection. I've got an old magazine page here. We've got 2 pieces. We've got a tag here. It's like a library card tag. This is a vellum envelope that I made a center pocket out of. And I have just this is from the Graphics Fairy, that piece of ephemera there. Here's that, it's got a poem on it. It says Summer, the Secret of Summer. And on this side it says Old Ships and Victory Bay. So that's in there. Okay, we've got pages, some stenciling. I like this image from the coffee dyed paper. Isn't that cool? You never know how they're gonna come out. Oh, I've got to pop something in here. We got an empty pocket. That can't be. Okay, so that's the soft-sided one, and that will be in my Etsy shop in a couple days. And the number of pages and all that will be in the description on the Etsy, in my store. Okay, this is the hardcover one. On the end of this one, I did this beautiful tassel, and it's got this Victorian type key and some laces and all sorts of trims. So that can be removed right here, so it can come right off of there if you don't want that on there. I did this pretty die cut embellishment frame here with the same image of the lady. We've got some lace trim that's been dyed here, and 3 flowers with 2 Swarovski crystals, and these are genuine I can't ever say that, Swarovski crystals. I used to make a lot of different jewelry and designs with these, and I have some in my stash. This is an elastic band here, and there you can see it stretches, and on the front I've got this hitch post here, and on the back this metal grommet. And here's the back of the book with the same lace trim. So that's an acid free chipboard in there. Now this book will, because it's so large, I did it with the hollow spine so it could lay flat for writing, because it's a chunky one. Okay, and inside the front cover, I've got another one of these little booklets. I'm not going to open it. If you want to see what these look like, go to the video before this, and there's actually a tutorial how to make these. So that just pops in there. I'll leave that out for now. And then I've got this beautiful Victorian, well, I'm not sure if that's considered Victorian, vintage photograph here on this tag. We've got some pretty lace trim throughout the edging of the book. Okay, front cover, double pocket with ephemera and some paper with a wax seal that's been dyed. This is a lot of writing space. So if you're a journaler, this book will be for you. As you can see, tons and tons, and there's a lot of pages in this book. We've got another one of these postcards. We've got this. We've got this. So I loaded the pockets in here. This is a another one of those vellum envelopes, and there's my tag. Okay, old book pages, pockets. This is a large envelope that's just clipped on with a Tim Holtz mini clip, and it's just over the top of the page. So you can take it out and gift this, or fill it up with goodies and clip it back in here, or tuck it in a pocket. So I just did some, you know, some embellishment, some stenciling on here, and there's a little lace at the bottom. So that's on this paper. Got this ledger paper. Papers are similar in each book. It's just that there's more pages in this one, I believe, than the other one, and a little bit less embellishment. It's just a larger journal. Plus, the binding, of course, is different. Okay, so I left these papers alone because this is such a beautiful image on here, but I thought this would be a good place for you to put photographs, or you can just journal down this. And this is one of my double pockets here, and I have made 2 tags, and they're both the same, and they have some pretty lace at the top, and those are in each one of those 2 pockets right there. That just, the lace kind of just peeks out the side. I've got a large tag here with some lace at the top, and this pretty tag here with that beautiful image. I got that off of the Graphics Fairy. I've got a book page pocket here with some decorative stitching here, and this is a piece of ephemera up in here, or a tag, and this large tag with a little bit of sari trim at the top. So that's just tucked in there. Some music paper, writing paper. I have some printed vellum in each, and that's mostly just for the sound. Or you can gesso over these and write on them, or put a photo on there. They're just mostly for interest in the book. They sound nice. So you have texture, you know, you have the tactile. Here's the middle of the second signature. This is also four signatures. Got a lot of this vintage style paper throughout for writing. Pocket here. In the pocket, I've got a little envelope that I've made, and this envelope I actually got off of the Graphics Fairy as this little journaling card, and that just I popped in there with some little trim, and that's here. And then I have 2 tags in here as well in that pocket. Then this is also a double pocket with that decorative trim, and I'm not going to pull them out, 2 large tags in each pocket. So those kind of just peek out the side there. pretty paper again. We've got a pocket here and this beautiful image. Some trim, lace trim. And a pocket on this side with a large tag and all sewn around, and this round circle tag here. It's coffee dyed paper, some music paper. This is coffee dyed and colored dyed. And everything would be an acid-free ink. I don't do food coloring or things like that. In case you want to put pictures in here, I try to keep my books as acid-free as possible. I can't, you know, say anything about the old book pages. I don't know if those papers were made with acid in them or not, you know, because these are vintage books. I neutralize my coffee and my tea with baking soda. This is a pretty print on this vellum. Okay, in this envelope, this is a double tuck. I've got this rose charm on a ball pin here, and just some crocheted and cheesecloth trim at the bottom. And in each of these, another large tags for writing. And this can all, you can write on these as well too, you know. This is a journaler's journal. I did enjoy working with that Primrose Collection paper. I thought it was very pretty. A pretty tag. And I just put this beautiful flower embellishment with the pearl on the top of the tag there. And there's 2 of those in here. I've got 3 pieces of ephemera here. Well, that's like a tag. In this acetate pocket right there. And we have a pocket on the flip side with this large tag. Got some embellishing down here. Another one of these old magazines. So this has got a poem, The Small Town Depot. That's the flip side. Music paper, vellum, coffee dyed paper. One of those double envelope pockets that I made. And there's a tag in this one out of a die cut. And I did some seam binding and some of that soft mohair trim, and there's a metal grommet at the top of that one. And here is a little booklet, and that's in this pocket. There's the back side of this with another poem and this neat image. Old graph paper, and then another one of these beautiful tags with that lacy flower at the top. And we've got a little pocket down here as well with this cute little piece of ephemera for writing. And as you can see, it's all sewn around. The pockets are all sewn around. And here's the back cover, and I left it plain, and there's just some fabric here. And these books are bound very sturdy. So that's this one. So this one will be in my Etsy shop, and I hope you enjoyed this flip through and you guys are having a great day. Okay, thanks for joining me. Please press thumbs up and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.